Hey guys, welcome to this yoga class designed specifically for people who struggle with tight hamstrings. If you can, take a moment now, pause the video and go and grab yourself a strap. So you can use anything from a hand towel to a proper yoga strap to a strap you've got lying around the house to maybe a gown tie, so the tie from your robe. So just take a moment now to pause the video, go and grab yourself a strap. It really does help for those who struggle with very tight hamstrings. And then you can come onto your mat and join me laying on your back with the soles of your feet together. So we're going to gently come down, make your way nice and slowly down onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to just drop out wide. If your hips are already talking to you or your inner thighs, then just take a moment to go and either grab some cushions to place underneath your thighs, or you can make little fists with your hands and just place your fists underneath the hips. And that just stops your thighs from dropping out too far. And you can close down your eyes here. And just begin to become aware of your body resting against the ground. Become aware of your breath. As it flows gently in, filling the lungs, filling the belly, and gently out. Take a moment now to give yourself permission to let go of any responsibilities, any roles you play in the outside world. Give yourself permission to hit pause just for the duration of this class so that you can be fully present and aware. And maybe you can begin to deepen your breath. Maybe you can relax your shoulders a little bit. Maybe you can relax your jaw. And start to tune in and notice what's going on for you in your hips and your inner thighs. How does your back feel today? Your shoulders, your neck. Not judging, just becoming aware. Feel the touch of your feet gently pressing against each other. And from this space of awareness, take a moment to set your intention for your practice. So what is your reason for being on your mat today? What did you come here to learn? What did you come here to connect with? And then gently blinking the eyes open. Bringing your knees gently together. Soles of the feet down onto your mat. And you can take a hold of your strap. Extend your right leg up into the air. Place your strap over your foot. And just gently extend the leg up straight. So we're still going to take a while to warm up the body. So please don't just yank your leg here. You're just placing your strap gently over the ball of the foot. Maybe you can flex your toes towards your shin. Maybe your knee is more like this. It's absolutely fine. Maybe your leg is down here. Doesn't matter where you're starting. Just take a moment here to flatten the lower back down into the ground. Maybe you can start to flex your heel towards the ceiling, even if your knee is bent. And just breathe into the stretch all the way up the back of your thigh. Just acknowledging how you are starting, how your body feels as you begin on your mat today. Acknowledging that tension. Notice if you're pushing into your left foot and lifting your bum off the ground. If that's the case, just lift your foot and relax yourself back onto the ground and then release the foot down. If you can, maybe you can extend through your leg, maybe not, doesn't matter. Just stay present and aware. Notice if your knee is doing a weird shaky thing like this. If that's the case, what's happening is your body is trying to tell you that it's at its maximum expression and is basically telling you to back off. So please, if that's the case, bend your knee, back off, give your hamstring a break, don't push through that. And then come back into the stretch. And don't go as far, maybe. One more deep breath here. And then gently take a hold of your strap in your right hand or your towel, whatever you're using. Place your left hand onto your left hip, grounding through the left side of your body. Turn your right toes open and away from you. And then begin to open your right leg out to the side. Don't go too far or too deep right now. Keep grounding through the left side. You can draw the left knee open and away ever so slightly. Breathing for 5. If you need to, bend the knee. 4, acknowledge what's going on for you. 3, 2, 1, coming back to center. Gentle release of your strap, releasing the sole of your foot down onto your mat and then bringing your left knee into your chest, placing the strap over your left foot or the ball of your left foot. See if you can send the heel towards the ceiling, even if your knee is bent, and just acknowledge what's going on in the back of this thigh. Take a hold of your strap in both hands. Be aware of hunching your shoulders up towards your strap or your foot. See if you can roll your shoulders back and down against the ground and away from the ears. Also soften in the arms if you can. Don't yank or pull your leg, please. You're going to injure yourself. Take it nice and easy here. We're just starting to become aware of where our body is starting. Okay, so this is just about building awareness and checking in with where our body is as we begin the practice. Take some nice slow deep breaths here. Notice if you need to back off. Notice if you're pushing into your right foot. Maybe you can lift it off the ground for a moment. And then gently release it down. Keep your lower back grounded. Maybe you can draw the belly button in. And then gently take a hold of your strap into your left hand. Ground your right hand, onto your right hip. Turn your left toes open and away from you ever so slightly. And then begin to open your left leg out to the side. Don't push too far. Keep the knee bent if you need to. And open your right knee ever so slightly out. Hold and breathe here for 5. 4. If you need to have the knee bent, absolutely fine. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Gently come back to center. Unhook your strap. Release the knee down. And then gently bring both of your knees up into your chest. You can just keep your strap nearby, but off to the side. Give your ankles a few nice big circles here. Just checking in with the ankles and the feet. Maybe spreading your toes. Maybe crunching. Clicking. Getting rid of any old energy stuck in the feet. And then take a hold of your right knee with both hands and hug it snug up to the chest. And extend your left leg all the way up into the air. And then gently all the way down towards the ground. Take your time here, draw the belly in and engage the core as you move. Keep your lower back grounded. Flex your left foot as if you're pushing it against a wall and continue to hold your right knee into your chest. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Belly draws in, hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Bringing your left knee up to meet your right. Take a hold of your left knee. Hug it snug into your chest. And then very gently extend the right leg up into the air and all the way down towards the ground, using your core as you lower that leg with control. Keep your lower back rounded. Keep pulling your left knee up into your chest and maybe pushing your right heel out as if you're pushing your foot against a wall. Breathing slow and deep here for 5, 4, keep drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Bringing your right knee up to meet the left. Take a hold of the backs of your thighs and gently rock yourself up to seated. Well done. Adjust your seat slightly, cross your legs in front of you. Wriggle around a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in as you reach all the way up. And as you exhale, reach forwards and down. And just take a moment here to wriggle your feet out from under you. Just softening into the fold. Relax your head and your neck. Give your head and neck a gentle shake, yes and no, as you check in with your neck and your shoulders. Maybe you want to rock gently from side to side here, just noticing what's going on in your hips, what's going on in your thighs, what's going on in the lower back. Breathing nice and slow and deep. And then very gently roll it up. Switching legs. So whichever leg is in front, place the other one in front. Again, adjust slightly on your seat. Take a deep breath in as you reach all the way up. And then exhale, reach it forwards and down. Wriggle the feet out from under you. And just gently check in here, whether that is rocking or whether that's just folding. Or maybe you're all the way up here and you're just checking in, keeping the back nice and flat. There's no right or wrong way to be. So just be present. One more breath wherever you're at. And then gently roll it up. Uncross the legs. Cross them back the other way. And gently roll over your ankles, making your way to tabletop. So we're going to get a little bit of organic movement here, which means that there's no right or wrong way to move, just to loosen up the body. So keep your hands and wrists below your shoulders for the time being, knees underneath your hips. And just take a moment here to gently sway your hips from side to side. Check in with the sides of your body. How do they feel today? Do a couple of arches as you lift through your nose. And rounds as you tuck the chin and push with your hands. Just checking in with the spine. Checking in with the neck. Checking in with the shoulders. Maybe adding all of those together. Just rolling your shoulders. Rolling your hips. Maybe coming back and stretching a little bit into child's. Maybe coming forwards and coming over the wrists a little bit, just to wake up your wrists and your hands. So just take this time now to check in and tune in. And we're going to very slowly come to stillness at tabletop, pushing away from the ground with the hands. Draw the belly button in, lengthen through your tailbone and your spine. Nice long neck, gazing directly down. And you're going to very slowly extend your right leg all the way back, turning your baby toes down towards the ground. So notice if your toes open to the side. If that's the case, just draw the baby toes down, squaring off your hips, and draw the belly button in. Hold and breathe as you extend through your heel here for 5, 4, 3. Keep lifting up through that hamstring, through the back of the thigh. 2, flexing the foot. 1, good job, guys. Bringing your right leg over to the left and bringing the toes down to the ground on the left side. Then you're going to send your hips out to the right as you gaze over your left shoulder towards your left heel. Notice if your knee is bent here, and maybe you can push out and through that left heel, just encouraging a stretch through the leg, maybe into the heel, and enjoying that stretch down the right side of your body. So breathing here for another 3, 2, 1. Good job. Gently coming back to center. Engage the core, lift up through the hamstring, and gentle release back to tabletop. We're going to take it to the other side. Left leg extends, toes down to the ground, draw the belly button in, and push away from the ground with your hands. So creating a nice stable foundation here, a nice strong body, engaging all the way through the body. Try and lift up, up, up through that hamstring without arching into your back. So draw the belly button in. Breathing for another 4. Gaze directly down. 3, 2. Keep pushing through the heel. 1. Very nice. Gently bring that left leg over to the right side of your body, placing the toes down. Push through the heel. Send your hips out to the left as you gaze over your right shoulder towards your left heel. Breathing slow and deep here. Keep pushing through the heel, activating the leg. For another 3, focus in on the breath. 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gently coming back to center. Extend that left leg up and back. And as you exhale, release your left knee down. Then we're going to gently step our right foot forwards between our hands. And we're going to turn towards the long edge, so turning to the left. Extend your right leg out to the side, toes flexed. Maybe your knee is quite significantly bent, depending on how stiff you are. It's entirely up to your body and where you're at, so just go with it. Maybe your leg is straight and extending. If that's the case, push through the outside edge of your foot if you can. So toes to the long edge, push through the outside, getting a nice stretch up the outside of the foot and the ankle, and feeling that stretch move up through the outer thigh. Then you're going to push into your left knee, engage the core, lift up through the body, and reach all the way up. Soften the shoulders, draw the belly button in. Notice if your bum is lagging back, maybe you can draw your hips forwards. Maybe here you're already getting quite a massive stretch. If that's the case, it's absolutely fine. Just hang out here and breathe, creating length and strength through your body. If you feel like you've got a little bit more in you, you're going to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your right hand down to your right thigh. You can gaze towards the right thigh. And then you're going to slide your right hand down the calf, reaching over with your left arm. Hold and breathe here. Maybe you want to send your gaze up to the thumb. Holding for another 5. Keep pushing the hips forwards. Activate through the right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, very nice. Draw the belly button in, slide your right hand back up your thigh, reaching the arms up. And as you exhale, bring your left fingertips down towards the ground and reach your right arm up and over next to your ear, trying to create a straight line from your middle finger all the way down your arm through the side of your body to your heel. So pushing through the leg, reaching through your arm, opening the rib cage, breathing here for 4. Push the hips forwards. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Draw the belly button in, engage the core, coming all the way up. And then gently releasing your hands down to the ground. We're going to take it one step further. So flexing your toes now towards the ceiling. Draw your knee up towards the ceiling as well. So toes and knee of your right leg pointing up to the ceiling. Maybe you can send your tailbone back towards your heel. And if you're okay, come back to seated on your left heel. If not, stay up on your hands and it'll come with time. If you're able to, sit back onto your left heel. Lengthen through the back by pushing your belly forwards towards your thighs. Keep flexing your right toes towards your right shin. And maybe you can come down onto your forearms. If you feel like you've got a little bit more in you, feel free to push your foot a little bit further out and away from you. Please be aware here, guys, when it comes to stretching and getting into these deep stretches, you want to be at a point of discomfort. So you want to be feeling uncomfortable because you're feeling a stretch, but you don't want to be pushing so far that the stretch has become sharp and painful. If that is the case, then please just back off, and you can back off by coming up or bringing your foot closer to you or bending the knee. Okay, so just checking in and being very present and aware and being honest with yourself, backing off if you need to. Good job. Gently coming up, bring your right knee in, turn back towards the front of the mat, coming back into tabletop. We're going to do a couple cat-cows. Drop your belly, inhale, lift the nose, shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, rounding your spine, push with your hands, tuck the tailbone. Stretch the shoulders. Inhale, dropping your belly, lifting your nose. Last one. And exhale as you round and tuck. Coming to a flat back. Gently step your left foot forwards between your hands. And then turn towards the right side of your mat. So I'm going to do this on the other side of the mat. Extending through your left leg. Take a moment here to turn your left toes towards the long edge, pushing through the outside edge of your foot. Activate through this left leg by pushing firmly through the outside edge of your foot. Lifting up through that right knee. Make sure that it's nice and aligned towards the front of the mat. Push your hips forwards. Elongate and reach through the arms. Soft shoulders, draw the belly in. Maybe you're already getting quite a hectic stretch here. If that's the case, it's absolutely fine. Chill out here. If you feel like you've got more in you, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your left hand onto your left thigh and then gently slide your hand down to the calf as you gaze up and reach over with your right arm. Push the hips forwards, breathing deeply for 5. If your neck is giving you issues today, just gaze down towards the foot. 4, keep activating through your left leg. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Inhale to reach all the way up. Draw the belly in. And then exhale, right fingertips come down to the ground. Left arm reaches up and over next to the ear, pushing firmly through your left leg, creating a nice straight line from your middle finger all the way down the arm, through your rib cage, all the way to the heel. Push and reach. So push through the left leg and reach, reach, reach. For another 3. Push the hips forwards. 2. Activate that left leg. 1. Beautiful. Inhale up and center. Reach, use your core. And then exhale, fold it forwards. Lifting your left toes and knees towards the ceiling now. Maybe you hang out over here. Maybe you sit back onto your heel. Maybe you even come down onto your forearms, and maybe you can push your leg further away. Maybe none of that is possible. Really not the end of the world. You do what feels right for you. Flex your left toes towards your left shin and breathe. Just notice what's going on for you here. Maybe you can flatten your back by pushing your belly forwards and your tailbone out. Maybe you're higher up over here and you're getting a nice inner thigh hamstring stretch. Breathe. And then nice and slowly, we're going to come up, make our way back to tabletop, placing your knee down. And we're going to make our way into downward dog. So fingers nice and wide, index fingers pointing to the front of your mat. Tuck your toes and send your hips gently up and back. Take a moment here to adjust the body. Feet are hip distance apart. Nice long spine, spreading your shoulder blades, drawing the belly button in and up. If your hamstrings are super tight today, bending the knees and just elongating the spine as we hold here, relaxing the head and neck. Stay present and aware. And we're going to get flowing. So take a nice deep breath in, reach your right leg all the way up into the air. And then exhale, step your right foot forwards. Come up, high crescent lunge, pushing into your front foot, reach. Exhale, hands come to prayer, stepping to front. Inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hips forwards, thumbs back, little back bend. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold it forwards, bending your knees. As much as you need to, relax your head and neck. And we're going to hang out here for a couple of breaths. So keep your weight forwards into the balls of your feet. See if you can send your tailbone up rather than tucking under by bending your knees substantially. Spread your toes, give your shoulders a little bit of a shrug here. And maybe you can take a hold of the backs of your ankles. Maybe hugging yourself a little bit closer to the thighs. If you feel like you're a bit off balance, then keep your hands down or find something between your legs that you can gaze at. Keep the knees bent, lower back flat. So what I'd like you to be aware of here is not rounding into your back like this, especially trying to keep your legs straight and rounding away from the stretch. So flatten the back, bend the knees as much as you need to, and shift your weight forwards. And then from there, you can hug yourself into your legs. Maybe that's not accessible to you, and maybe you've just got your hands on the ground. That's absolutely fine. As you inhale, bring your hands onto your shins or your thighs. Roll the shoulders back, lengthening through your spine. And maybe you can straighten the legs here. Maybe not. Maybe you've still got a slight bend in the knees, and that's absolutely fine. Draw the belly button in and up, engaging the core. And then bending the knees, release into a forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching through your arms. Exhale, squat it down, Utkatasana, chair pose. Imagine you holding a big beach ball between your arms. Wrap your shoulder blades and your traps around your back. Draw the thumbs up. Sit back into your heels, lifting the toes if you can, just to make sure you're not sitting into your toes. Draw the belly button in. As you exhale, fold it forwards. Bending the knees, relaxing your head and neck. Inhale, come halfway up, maybe lengthening the legs, maybe keeping the knees slightly bent. Exhale as you fold, and this time step your right foot back, coming up with control, high crescent lunge. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale as you fold, planting your hands. Inhale, step it back to plank. Exhale all the way down to the belly. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Lift your heart, cobra. Exhale, tucking your toes, send your hips up and back, downward dog. Alrighty, So if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, like that went a little bit too quickly for you, don't worry. You'll get there. Do the best that you can. If you need to at any point, you bring your knees down, release your forehead onto the ground into child's, and just take a little bit of a breather. Remember, this is your own practice, so you do what feels right for you. Take a moment in down dog to just spread the shoulder blades again if you need to. Bend your knees and elongate the spine. Maybe you can start to drop your heels. Maybe they don't get down today. Maybe you can draw your heels down. Remember, a flat back is more important than having straight legs. On your next inhale, we're going to do that exact same flow again. Reach the right leg up into the air. Exhale, step your right foot forwards. Inhale, come up, high crescent lunge. Hands to prayer, exhale, step to front. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hips forwards, back bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold it forwards, bend your knees, relax your head and neck. Take a moment here, bring your big toes to touch, your heels are slightly apart. Shift your weight forwards, relax your head, and maybe take a hold of the ankles. Maybe you can hug yourself in. Maybe you can roll your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Gently releasing. If you're holding the ankles, maybe you won't. Doesn't matter. Inhale, come halfway up, hands to shins or thighs, flat back, draw the belly in, weight forwards. Exhale, bending your knees, fold. Maybe take a hold of the ankles and hug yourself in. Inhale, reach through the spine and the crown of the head, hands to your thighs. Lift and lengthen through your back. Roll the shoulders back, halfway lift, exhale and fold. One more like that. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or thighs, shoulders back. Maybe you can straighten the legs, maybe not. I'd rather, if when you straighten your legs, your back rounds like this, that you keep a bend in the knees and a nice flat back. Exhale, fold it down. This time, step your right foot back, coming up with control, high crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forwards, planting your hands. Inhale, step it back to plank. Exhale, down to the belly. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Hold and breathe. Again, if you need to, bring your knees down into child's pose. Make sure your head and neck is relaxed. Breathe. Catch your breath, reconnect with your intention, your reason for being on your mat today. Inhale to gaze forwards. Exhale, step your right foot forwards between your hands. If you get stuck, remember you can just grab the ankle, pull the foot forwards. Plant your back foot and come up, warrior one. Reaching up through your arms, soften the shoulders, push through your back leg. So make sure that you're actively pushing through this back thigh, pushing through the heel, drawing the belly button in and up, shoulders soft. Take a deep breath in as you reach. Deep breath out, reach your arms down and behind the back. Grab your elbows. Roll the shoulders back and pull your shoulders down. So shoulders back, press the forearms into your lower back and draw the elbows and the shoulders down. Straighten your front leg. If you feel really wobbly here, take a moment to shorten your stance and to broaden your feet. So bring your feet out onto two train tracks if you're struggling to balance here. Lift up through the heart, draw your kneecaps up into your quads. Suck the belly button in. Inhaling. As you exhale, fold a third of the way down. Push through both feet. Nice long neck. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Breathe. Be aware of your right hip popping out to the side here. See if you can pull your right hip crease back towards the left heel. Stay present with whatever it is that you're feeling. Make sure you're pushing through both feet, staying present and aware. Gently push into both feet as you come up. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, go halfway or 2/3 of the way down. And that might not be 2/3 of the way down towards your leg. It might be your 2/3, which might look like this. Okay, and that's absolutely fine. You go to what feels right for you. So you're going to your 2/3. 75%, about 66%. 66%. See, sir, don't know my percentages. Pull your right hip crease back, lengthen through your spine, pull the shoulder blades back and together. Breathe. Keep pushing through your back foot. Make sure you're engaging. From here, release your right arm either down to the ground or onto your right shin. If that feels too difficult for you, come a little bit higher up. You can also come down onto the knuckles, or if it's accessible to you, you can plant your right hand. Roll the left shoulder back. See if you can send your gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe not. Maybe you keep your gaze down on the big toe of your front foot, taking it into triangle or trikonasana. Maybe you can reach your left arm towards the ceiling. Breathe. Keep yourself aligned over your right shin. So avoid turning in like this to gaze up at the left hand. Try to keep yourself aligned over that right leg. One more deep breath here. Bring your left arm behind you. Push into your right foot. Come halfway up. Bring your right arm behind you as well. Push into both feet to come all the way up. Bending your front knee. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, reaching all the way up, releasing your arms. Exhale, fold it forwards, relaxing your head and neck. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthening through your spine. And then exhale, fold it down. One more. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Flatten the back, draw the belly button in. Exhale, fold, planting your hands. Inhale, step it back to plank. Exhale, down to the belly. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale either to down dog or into child's pose, whichever you prefer. Taking a few deep breaths. Spread the shoulder blades if you're in down dog. Draw the belly button in, relax your neck. On your next inhale, slowly lift your left leg into the air, gazing forwards. And then exhale, step your left foot forwards between your hands. Plant the back foot and come up with control warrior one. Draw your shoulders down. Push through the back leg, lunge into your front leg. Take a deep breath in here. Maybe you can lift your heart. Exhale, bring your arms down and behind your back. Grab the elbows. You're going to intuitively grab your natural grip. So I want you to just switch your grip up. Whichever hand is on top, just place the other one on top now. Roll your shoulders back, pull the elbows down, and straighten the front leg. If you feel like you're wobbling here, step your back foot in and maybe broaden your stance. So just take a moment to really get comfortable on your feet. Make sure that you are not wobbling too much by making sure you have the correct stance. The correct stance is a stance that's wide enough for you to be able to stand comfortably on your feet. Lift up through the soles of your feet, all the way up through your thighs. Draw your kneecaps up into the quads. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Draw the belly button in, shoulders back and down. Holding the elbows, take a deep breath in, lift. Deep breath out as you begin to fold a third of the way down, pushing through both feet, pulling your left hip crease back. Breathe. Keep rolling the shoulders away from your ears. Nice long neck. Be aware of starting to slunch. Be aware of slunching. Be aware of slumping in your back. Roll the shoulders back, flatten your back. So using some back muscles here to really keep you elongated and stable. Push into both feet coming up. Adjust the feet if you need to, if you felt unstable. Take a deep breath in, lift up through your heart. Pull the kneecaps up, engaging your legs. Exhale, come 2/3 of the way down. Remember, it's your 2/3 of the way down. So it doesn't mean that it's 2/3 of the way to your leg. It's your 2/3 of your maximum expression. Keep breathing. Pushing through both feet. Long neck, gazing directly down. Keep rolling the shoulders back. Focus in on the breath. And then from here, gentle release of your left arm. Bring your arm either down onto your shin, to the ground, maybe placing your knuckles down, onto your fingertips, whatever feels best for you, or maybe you've got a yoga block that you can use. Roll your right shoulder back, gazing up towards the ceiling over your right shoulder. Keep pulling the left hip crease back, keeping yourself aligned over your left shin. If you like, you can keep your gaze down to the floor. Maybe reaching your right arm up to the ceiling, draw your shoulder back, squeeze the fingers together, push through both feet and breathe. For another 5, 4, keep pushing through the feet. 3, reach through that right arm. 2, 1, good job guys. Bring your right arm behind your back. Push into both feet, come halfway up. Bring your left arm behind your back, flattening your back and drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Push into both feet, come all the way up, bending your front knee, step to front. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it forwards. Aligning your feet correctly, big toes touch, heels apart. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale all the way up, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, back bend, hips forwards, thumbs back. Inhaling up, reach. Exhale, float it down. Relax your head and neck. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, take a hold of your ankles and see if you can hug yourself into your thighs. Relax your head and neck here and breathe for 8. 7, see if you can go a little bit deeper by hugging yourself more snug into your legs. 6, 5, keep your knees as bent as you need to. 4, 3, if you're feeling okay, maybe moving towards straightening the legs. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Inhale, step it back to plank. Holding in plank, engage the legs. Draw your kneecaps up into your quads. Squeeze your glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Releasing your knees down. Swing your legs to the side. Come to seated, legs out in front of you. Take a moment here to adjust your seat, to grab your seat and just pull your bum out from under you, making sure your hips are tilted forwards. Grab your strap. If your hammies have been super tight today, then use your strap. Lift up through the lower back, knees and toes pointing through to the ceiling. So don't allow your feet to flop out to the side. Draw your toes and knees up. Draw the belly button in. If you've got a strap, you can leave it on your thigh for now. Take a deep breath in, reach all the way up. Deep breath out, reach forwards and down, hold wherever you are. So even if it means that you're over here, if that's the case, flatten your back. Try and send the tailbone back. If you've got it in you, reach a little bit further forwards. Keep activating by pushing down through your thighs, drawing your toes to your shins. Maybe you can go a little bit further, maybe not. Doesn't matter. If you can't reach your feet, grab your strap now, place it over your feet, roll your shoulders back, dropping the elbows down into the body, so no riding horses. Drop your elbows down, lengthen through your back, and use your strap as leverage. If, however, you can reach your feet, that's awesome. If you're over here, that's great. Just soften the shoulders. If you're comfortably grabbing your toes, switch your grip to the outside edges of your feet and see if you can use your breath to just surrender down into the fold a little bit deeper, staying present with the breath. If you don't have a strap and you can't reach your feet, feel free to bend the knees, hold the feet, push your belly onto your thighs, and inch your feet away from here until you are at your maximum expression. And with time, you will be able to straighten your legs all the way down. One more deep breath. Good job, guys. Gentle release coming up. Bring the sole of your left foot into your right inner thigh. We're going into Janusirsasana, forehead to knee pose. Lift and lengthen through your spine. Sit nice and square on both of your seat bones. Maybe this is too difficult to bring your left foot all the way up into the groin. If that's the case, bring your foot a little bit lower down. Okay, so you can start wherever is accessible to you. If you want, you can also lift your hips here by sitting on a cushion or a block or a book. Take a deep breath in to reach all the way up. Exhale, reach forwards and down. Again, just reaching past the leg. If you can't reach past the leg, if you're here, that's absolutely fine. Soften the shoulders. Maybe you can go a tiny bit deeper, maybe a tiny bit deeper. Keep drawing down through your left thigh, lifting and lengthening through the lower back. Maybe you've got it in you to grab the foot, maybe not. Maybe you want to use your strap. Remember not to hike the shoulders or to spike the elbows out. Drop your elbows, soften your shoulders, and maybe you can bow. Just hanging out here. Or maybe you can even bring your forehead onto your knee. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Breathe. One more slow, deep breath here. Gentle release, rolling it up. Extending your left leg straight. Bring the sole of your right foot in now. Wriggle around and get comfy if you can. Notice the difference between your sides. You will have a difference between your sides. That's very normal. Lift and lengthen as you reach. Exhale, reach forwards, 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 forwards. Hold wherever you're at. Doesn't matter. Maybe you can reach past the foot, maybe not. Keep activating by drawing down through the thigh, your left thigh. Maybe you can hold the foot. Maybe you can bow towards the knee, maybe not. Maybe you're using a strap. Or if you don't have a strap, just placing your hands on the ground and lifting through the back. And then you can play with gently bowing. And just notice what's going on in your body. Notice how you feel. Breathe. One more breath here. Good job, guys. Gentle release coming up. Extend your right leg straight. Come down your mat. And make your way nice and slowly down onto your back. Keep your straps handy or nearby. Bring your right knee into your chest, keeping the sole of your left foot down. Gently place your strap over the ball of your right foot. Extending up through the leg. Flex your heel towards the ceiling, toes towards the shin, and notice how you feel here. Maybe now you can go a little bit deeper, now that your hamstrings are nice and warm. Maybe not, doesn't matter. Remember, we go according to what our body is telling us. Keep drawing up through the heel, breathing nice and deeply. Acknowledge if your knee is doing a weird shaky thing, back off. And you back off by either lengthening your strap and not putting so much pressure on, bending your knee, or lowering your leg a little bit away from the body. So just check in here. Be honest and aware with yourself and what's going on for you. Keep your lower back grounded and be aware of not pushing into your left foot to lift your bum off of the mat. Try and keep your bum and your lower back grounded. Maybe you're okay here to even extend your left leg straight down and against the ground. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Breathe. You have an option to keep your left leg extended or to bring the sole of the foot down onto the mat. It's up to you. Either way, take a hold of your strap into your right hand. If you've got super long hamstrings and you can hook your finger into your toe, then woohoo, well done for you. If not, don't worry about it. You'll get there. It takes time, but you'll get there. Take a hold of the strap into your right hand, wherever you're holding, it doesn't matter. Turn your right toes out and away from you. Place your left hand on your hip just to remind yourself to stay grounded through the side and not to peel off of the mat. And then allow your right leg to drop out to the side. You can go a little bit deeper than when you began. If you like, you can allow your left knee to drop out as well. And maybe you got your leg extended straight. Whatever feels best for you is what you do. Breathing for another 3. You've got this. 2, stay present with the breath. 1, very nice. Come back to center. Gentle release of your strap, releasing your right foot down onto the mat. Bring your left knee into your chest, placing your strap over the foot. Extend up through the sole of your foot, up through your heel. Sorry, I've got flowers falling off of my strap into my face. All right, extend up through your heel, draw your toes down towards your shin. Notice if maybe you can go a little bit deeper here. Maybe not. Maybe you're in the same spot. It doesn't matter. Stay present, breathe deep, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Maybe you're lucky enough to be able to hook your fingers into your big toe and take a full bind here. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Breathe. If you're okay, maybe try to extend through your right leg, flexing the heel. Breathing deep, keep your lower back grounded. Gently bending the right knee if you like, placing your foot on the ground. Take your strap into your left hand. Turn your left toes away from you and begin to open your foot out to the side, keeping your right hand grounded on your right hip, just to remind yourself to stay grounded through the right side. Keep pushing through that left heel. Maybe dropping your right knee out, maybe keeping it up to the ceiling. It's up to you. For another 3, breathe deep. 2, 1. Good job. Come back to center. Release your strap, bending the knee. Place your strap off to the side. Bring both knees into your chest. Give your ankles a few big, slow circles. Spread and crunch your toes. Get rid of those cricks and clicks. Reach your legs into the air, arms into the air, and just give your feet and your hands a bit of a shake out. Get rid of all that old energy. Give your ankles and your wrists a few more circles. And then give yourself a nice big hug, big love. Squeezing your knees into your chest, saying to yourself, name whatever your name is, I love you. Thank you for showing up on the mat for me today. And then very gently release your head and neck down, followed by one leg at a time, coming into Shavasana or corpse pose. Give your legs a little bit of space between them. Allow your feet to roll out. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back. Palms face up to the ceiling as a sign of being open to giving and receiving. Eyes closed. And just become aware of the touch of your body against the ground. Become aware of the movements of your breath. Allow all the muscles of your face to completely relax. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax your arms, your hands, and your fingers. Feel all the way down your back, relaxing. Relax your hips. Let go in your thighs. Relax the hamstrings, the backs of your knees. Relax the calves and the feet. Just allowing yourself to anchor into stillness and calm here for a moment. Breathing deep. Gently begin to wriggle the fingers and the toes. Softly bend your knees, grounding your feet. Just feel the touch of your feet pressing down into the floor. Roll gently over to whichever side feels best for you. Making your way softly up to seated. Legs crossed. Hands in prayer at your chest. Lift and lengthen through the lower back. Eyes closed. Take a slow, deep breath in. Big sigh out of the mouth. Good job, guys. Bowing your head to your heart. Take a moment to honor your intention, your reason for coming onto your mat today. Honor and acknowledge yourself for your decision to come onto your mat, to make this time for yourself. And take a moment to give thanks for one beautiful blessing in your life. One good thing. Namaste.